Aloha! Aloha everyone, welcome back. I hope you are all doing well. If you are new, mahalo for tuning in. I am an orchid lover from Hawaii, born and raised on the island of Oahu, and in my videos I share with you my garden. I take you to orchid nurseries, orchid shows, pretty much anything orchid related. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing to my channel. For those of you who haven't yet watched the video that I released right before this one, here's a sneak peek. I recently went to the Big Island, which just so happens to be nicknamed the Orchid Isle, and I went on a private tour of the largest orchid nursery that we have in the entire state of Hawaii. So if you guys want to see the entire video, go and check it out. It's the one right before this one. It was amazing. You definitely don't want to miss it. And in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the other things that I did while I was on the Big Island, starting with Akatsuka Orchid Gardens Showroom. They are located in Volcano, Hawaii, and are about 6 miles down the road from the Hawaii Volcano National Park. They are only open 2 days out of the week, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And by the time we got there, it was after 12:30. They also had some construction going on outside, and that explains all the noise that you can hear in the background. They were doing some repainting, so it was really loud, and because they were almost closing, we didn't spend a lot of time there. So I just did a quick walkthrough of the showroom area just so I could show you guys what it looks like and to give you an idea of the kind of orchids that they have. But they do ship to all 50 states, so if you want to see more, check out their website and I will leave their information in the description box. This family-owned and operated business began in 1974 when owners Mori and his wife Yuki moved to Hawaii from Japan. Mori started growing cymbidium orchids for the first 12 years, but later decided that he wanted to explore the cultivation of other types of orchids, specializing in large fragrant cattleyas. For over 30 years, Mori created original cattleya hybrids, which is a very lengthy process, taking approximately 6 years from start to finish. And over the years, Mori and his orchids received many awards, but now that he has passed the business on to his son, he can truly enjoy the creation process. There is more to their story, so if you want to learn more, check out their website at akatsukaorchid.com. As you can see, they carry a variety of different types of orchids. This was only my second time visiting their showroom. The first time was last year when I attended the Hilo Orchid Society Orchid Show. I also attended this year's show, but as I mentioned earlier, Akatsuka is only open 2 days out of the week, Monday and Wednesday, and I was there on a Friday. So unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to visit them back in July, but I'm definitely glad that I went back because as you can see, they have a lot of beautiful orchids. And I do have videos of both the Hilo Orchid shows from this year and last year, so if you guys haven't watched it yet, please go and check it out. It is the largest orchid show in the state of Hawaii, and it's usually held in the month of July. So if you guys live on the neighbor islands or are planning on taking a vacation to Hawaii, you might want to plan your trip around that time because it is definitely a show worth attending. And if you happen to be there on a Monday or Wednesday, you should definitely stop by Akatsuka Orchid Garden Showroom to check out all of their beautiful orchids in person. Here we have their discount rack where they keep their discounted orchids. So if you happen to be walking around their showroom and are looking for a deal, definitely check out this section. As you can see, they have a beautiful showroom, which actually feels more of like an indoor garden with all of these different plants. Here we have a hapu'u tree fern, which is great for mounting orchids. And on the Big Island, it is very common to see hapu'u tree ferns as you're driving. But here on Oahu, unfortunately, they are very hard to come by. As you make your way around the showroom, you will see display areas, and this one right here just shows you different types of media that you can grow your orchids in. Their nursery isn't open to the public, but this growing area is visible from the showroom. Can you imagine touring their nursery? It must be amazing. And according to this sign, it says that they have created over 2,000 hybrids since 1982. Here's another display with information and pictures that tells you about their story and how they got started. There's also a sign that lets you know that they are the ones that created the very popular Volcano Queen. So if you happen to see an orchid with that name in it, just know that it originated right here at Akatsuka Orchid Nursery. Here's another look at their greenhouse growing area. And right across of that, they have this display area where you can view some of their beautiful orchids. None of these are for sale, they are just for display only. We are now back in the sales area where they also sell air plants in addition to a lot of beautiful orchids. Here is the ever so popular Sherry Baby, the chocolate orchid. It smells just like chocolate. They have so many different varieties of orchids, and take a look at this one. It is so pretty. I actually wish I had bought this one. I was so busy taking videos and rushing because they were almost closing that I didn't even purchase anything, believe it or not. In addition to orchids, they also sell supplies. They have sphagnum moss, growing media, pots, trays. They even sell flasks. So if you're interested in growing orchids from flasks, you can buy them right here in the showroom or order them online. Besides enjoying all of their beautiful orchids, another thing that I totally appreciated were these signs. We all know how hard it is to pronounce orchid names sometimes. So having these signs around the showroom was definitely helpful. And here are the flasks that I was telling you guys about earlier. How many of you have grown orchids from flasks? I definitely want to try it someday, but I don't think I'm ready for it yet. But if any of you want to try it, they have them here. They also have their very own gift shop where they sell t-shirts, souvenirs, and other items. So if you happen to be in the showroom, make sure you check it out. Take a look at this Dendrochilum magnum. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I have one of these, but mine is a little bit smaller. It is not your typical orchid, but it's still pretty nonetheless. I hope you all enjoyed this little tour of Akatsuka Orchid Gardens showroom. It is now time for my next adventure. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love macadamia nuts. So of course I had to visit the Mauna Macadamia Nut Visitor Center located in Kea'au. This is a definite must stop if you are a macadamia nut lover like I am. They had so many different products to choose from. And some of their products can only be found there at the visitor center. It cannot be purchased in stores. Their selection was overwhelming. There were so many different products to choose from. Unfortunately, my all-time favorite was discontinued several years ago. I used to absolutely love this flavored macadamia nut, and I believe it was called Butter Toffee Crunch or something like that. So my new favorite now is Maui onion and garlic. And you can never go wrong with dry roasted Hawaiian sea salt or chocolate covered macadamias. With so many flavors to choose from, there is definitely something for everyone. And in addition to all of their delicious goodies, they also sold hats, t-shirts, souvenirs, and how can I forget ice cream. Macadamia nut ice cream is one of my favorite flavors. So if you like macadamia nuts but you haven't tried macadamia nut ice cream yet, you need to try it. It is so delicious. Or as we say here in Hawaii, it is so ono. Our next stop on the list was Mr. Ed's Bakery, located in the quiet town of Honomu. They are popular for their pastries, cookies, and jams and jellies. They offer free samples of their jams and jellies, and with over 150 flavors to choose from, you are bound to find at least one that you absolutely love. Their best-selling flavor is Lilikoi Low Sugar, and if you happen to purchase any of their jams or jellies, just don't make the same mistake that I did by putting it in your carry-on luggage, because they do need to be checked in. For those of you who are living on the mainland and want to try some of their jams or jellies, the good news is they do phone orders. So give them a call at 808-963-5000 or check out their website, mredsbakeryhawaii.com. And I will leave their information in the description box. There is a very popular tourist attraction just up the street from here, so this is a very convenient place to stop either before or after, because in addition to all of their pastry items and jams and jellies, they also sell shave ice cream, drinks, and food items. Welcome to Akaka Falls State Park, located just over 3 miles up the street from Mr. Ed's Bakery along the northeastern Hilo coast. Here you can see not only one but two gorgeous waterfalls. The 0.4-mile uphill hike is very family friendly. As you follow the paved footpath through the lush rainforest, you will enjoy the sights of wild orchids, bamboo, ferns, and tropical plants. As I mentioned earlier, there are two beautiful waterfalls here. Kahuna Falls, which is 100 feet, and Akaka Falls, which is 442 feet. When you first enter the trail, you can either go right to Kahuna Falls, which also loops around to Akaka Falls, or you can go left, taking you directly to Akaka Falls. And that is the path that we chose. As you can see, it was a very beautiful walk. There were so many different tropical flowers to look at. And surprisingly, I did not get bitten by mosquitoes, which was a definite plus. After walking for a few minutes, we came across this stream with two little waterfalls, which was really nice. Beautiful Akaka Falls is perhaps the Big Island's most famous waterfall. It even has a song named after it. This gorgeous falls plummets 442 feet into a stream-eroded gorge. It may not be the biggest waterfall, but it is definitely beautiful. After leaving Akaka Falls, we stopped in downtown Hilo to check out some of their shops. We also made a quick stop at the Hilo Farmers Market where they sell fresh fruits, vegetables, tropical flowers, and a whole lot more. While in downtown Hilo, we also stopped at Two Ladies Kitchen to pick up their very popular strawberry mochi before heading off to Big Island Candies. The Big Island Candy Factory is located in Hilo, but they do have a store on Oahu in the Mauna shopping center. Upon entering, you are greeted with free samples of cookies, candies, and coffee. One thing unique about this store is that you actually get to see the factory workers making some of the products. This is another family-owned business that began in 1977. Both of the owners were born on the Big Island of Hawaii. If you want to read more about their story, check it out on their website at bigislandcandies.com. Alright everyone, that wraps up my adventures on the Big Island. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel. I really enjoyed sharing my experience with all of you on my recent trips to Maui and the Big Island, and hopefully in the near future I can take you along with me on more adventures. But even though I'm only traveling to the outer islands, it can get pretty expensive. Hawaii does have the highest cost of living in the entire nation. So you guys can help support my channel by not skipping the ads, sharing my videos, and watching it all the way till the end. I definitely would appreciate it. For those of you who are here on Oahu, I do have one announcement to make. The Mililani Orchid Club will be having their plant and craft fair on Saturday, November 11th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Mililani Mauka Elementary School. So save that date and come out and support your local vendors. Until next time, everyone, remember to always live aloha.